In this installment, we're going to be going over the round one of the NFL draft. All right, this is our first installment here. I'm going to be going through picks 1 through 10. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your NFL mock draft round 1. This is picks 1 through 10. It's going to be a 3-part series, 1 through 10, 11 through 20, and then we're going to finish it off in that third part, all leading up to the NFL draft on April 27th. All right, so as we go along, it's going to go more in depth. We're going to really dig in deep on this first round to get you ready for Thursday. So, guys, before we deep dive into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Don't forget about the TikTok at Chef_D91. And also, don't forget about the Patreon. We got baseball picks on there. Obviously, we have the NBA playoffs that is starting. The future for the NBA playoffs is already out on the page on Patreon. Sign up now. Get those picks now. All those links will be provided down below. All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. We are going to start off round 1, pick 1. We have the Carolina Panthers. They are on the board right now. We're going to start this on NFL Mock Draft Database Simulator. That's what I'm using to do the mock draft. This is a very cool site. Obviously, they got a nice little table, give you the team's needs as well for each and every team that we got. Already started it. So at the number 1 pick, the Carolina Panthers, a lot of people, right, the consensus here is having C.J. Stroud going to the Carolina Panthers, all right? This is not where you take that type of leap. You go with the best, most talented quarterback on the board if you jump all the way up to pick 1, okay? In the clear-cut number 1 talent is Bryce Young. He's faced SEC talent. I mean, we saw him destroy and dominate Georgia on many occasions. So Bryce Young here, I get it. The height is a question mark. All right, he has to be a special type of quarterback. He is a little bit thinner than Kyler as well. Those are a lot. I get it. Those are a lot of question marks. But what he does that the other smaller quarterbacks don't do, he attacks the middle of that football field. He is not afraid to go 10, 15, 20 yards down the middle of the field with accuracy. He's reading coverage and has great adaptability. Bryce Young is the number 1 quarterback and number 1 prospect in this draft right now. I believe so. All right, we got a little Patrick Mahomes here. Definitely Carolina Panthers jumping up to number 1. It is worthwhile to take that leap and trust Bryce Young. All right, now with the Houston Texans, this is certainly a spot where they banked on Bryce Young over and over. There was no doubt. Everyone connected Stroud to Carolina, and everyone connected Bryce Young to Houston Texans. But with him off the table, this becomes a little bit murky. They should either trade back or just get the best available talent that's on the board. We have question marks with DeMeco Ryans being the head coach now. What is he going to lean towards? Is he going to wait 1 year and really get a better quarterback since the guy that they wanted is off the board? You can wait till next year. This team is nowhere near ready, all right? Fill in a hole right now and go all in next year for Caleb Williams or Drake May. That's what they should do. But I think this team here, they're going to make this dumb decision. Not dumb decision. That's kind of a little bit harsh. They're going to settle with C.J. Stroud here. I think Ryans wants his guy here. They should trade back or either take Will Anderson. That should be the 2 options. Right now, what we've got, we have a connection here with the same agent as Deshaun Watson as C.J. Stroud here, right? This is obviously another situation of a quarterback coming from that regime of Ohio State, and we don't want the same thing to happen, all right? Obviously, hopefully C.J. Stroud's not the same person, but they should take Will Anderson or trade back, but I don't think they do that. I think they take C.J. Stroud at the 2 pick. Next will be the Arizona Cardinals. They're in the spot where their season just might be over before it even begins. We have huge question marks on Kyler Murray, obviously out with a torn ACL. He's going to miss the majority of the season, so they need to fill in a ton of holes. As you can see, the Arizona team needs edge, cornerback, wide receiver, tackle, linebacker. Every single spot is a big, big question mark here. And I think they trade back. So for this particular pick, this pick is going to go to the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders are going to come up and they are willing to take a shot on Anthony Richardson. He set the combine on fire. All his measurables are through the roof. He has a ton of upside. They're going to start him right away, obviously. But under that regime, they're going to need to be patient with Anthony Richardson. But it can pay off. We already got not a ton of talent, but decent enough amount of talent around him that should be able to support Anthony Richardson. After they get that, their quarterback, they need to build that line as well. So now we're on to the Colts. And at that number 4 pick, this spot is, I think this is a slam dunk. If you're not taking Will Levis at number 4 for the Indianapolis Colts, you're making the wrong decision. It's been reports all around here. I can't wait till it's live on the DraftKings app to bet this. Will Levis is going to the Colts. It's 100% lock. I'm willing to put any amount of money on that selection there. Love Will Levis. Obviously, he just had his pro day. He is looking absolutely stacked now. Built up his muscles and his back. He is totally torn up right now. Will Levis looks great, and this is going to be their quarterback, their guy. They sent everyone to watch Will Levis's pro day, okay, from the Indianapolis coach regime, all right? I'm talking about everyone. I'm talking about assistant coaches, assistants, everyone. They sent everyone. So Will Levis to the Colts. And now the Seattle Seahawks are that number 5 pick. I'm going with the best available talent. They've been trying to get edge and D-line in previous drafts. This is where they get the opportunity that someone really, really talented falls to them at this pick at number 5. And they can kind of like leave that position away. I think they got their guy here. If he's able to fall to them at that number 5 pick, love Will Anderson to the Seattle Seahawks, all right? Number 6, we have the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions, they need D-line help severely, okay? They did very well with the cornerbacks in free agency. As you can see, that was one of their team needs. Also, they need edge, and they really need defensive line, period, okay? They got Hutchinson, but he needs more help on that D-line. I think this is a spot that they can get Jalen Carter, right? Jalen Carter was supposed to be the number 1 pick, but obviously that incident popped up and the draft stock dropped just a little bit. He's not going to go past pick 10. I think he is a perfect fit for the Detroit Lions at pick 6. Dan Campbell, the new regime and the culture that they're building up young men here in the Detroit Lions is perfect for Jalen Carter. He doesn't need to be near home. If he goes to Atlanta, that's only a mistake, okay? He cannot stay near the people that's getting him in trouble. He has to go somewhere else, start new and afresh, and this is a spot in a culture that's going to be able to straighten Jalen Carter. I love him for that pick number 6 for the Detroit Lions. Now, this pick at 7, this is not the Raiders. This will be the Arizona Cardinals because they traded back, okay? So, in the Cardinal situation here at pick number 7, this team needs a corner position. They have no corner at all, okay? They are decimated at that corner position. We're going with the number 1 talent at cornerback, and that's going to be Devin Witherspoon, all right? A lot of people like Christian Gonzalez. I prefer Devin Witherspoon here out of Illinois, okay? He has that sticky coverage there, and that, at least he can be an alpha on that defensive side of the ball at the cornerback position for the Cardinals, okay? Now we have the Atlanta Falcons. This one, things can get a little bit tricky here, okay? Yes, they do need a little bit of defensive help on that edge and D-line, but I think they want to help this offense, all right? Desmond Ridder needs help. Not only can you do it with the wide receiver? You already got Kyle Pitts. You can do it with the running game. Bijan Robinson is a top 5 talent. He's a top 3 talent. And the question is, what team is going to be willing to take him? Atlanta Falcons are in a situation where they have a old, decrepit Cordarrelle Patterson. He's not the number one. We have Tyler Algier, who has late draft capital. He is not an alpha running back. You get Bijan Robinson behind what you saw what Cordarrelle Patterson did in that running game. You can only imagine what Bijan Robinson can do behind that offensive line and behind Arthur Smith's offense, okay? Running that football. It is going to be a great recipe. I'm going to go on a limb here. Bijan Robinson is going to go to the Atlanta Falcons. I think this is a great selection. I don't think he leaves the top 10, and I think Atlanta should take that risk on him, build that offense, and then later in the draft, we can get some defensive guys to fill in as well, all right? Next, for that number 9 spot, we have the Chicago Bears. This is where they need a lot of help, okay? As you can see, their 2 main needs defensively, that was their really huge question mark. They were the worst defense of the league. They need line and they need edge, all right? The best edge that is available right now is going to be Tyree Wilson, all right? Chicago Bears are going to be taking Tyree Wilson. Obviously, they traded back from that 1 spot. And they're going to be able to get them an edge defender here to attack the quarterback. That's what you got to do. You got to build in the trenches. Tyree Wilson will be a great selection at that pick number 9, all right? And then last but not least, we have pick number 10 in the Philadelphia Eagles here. Eagles is another organization that builds in the trenches. They're either going to build on the D-line or they're going to build on the offensive line. They lost a couple guys on their offensive line through free agency. I think they're going to make that up. At the tackle position, they're going with Peter Skoronski from Northwestern here. This is a great selection for the Philadelphia Eagles, who obviously have a dominant offensive line. They want to continue to build and keep youth and bodies over there on that offensive line. Peter Skoronski is going to be a great selection at that tackle position, all right? So that's the 1 through 10, okay? Let me know in that comment section down below if you have any other suggestions at any of the choices I made between 1 through 10, all right? Let me know in that comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who do you think hops in the top 10 that I did not mention as well? Please comment down below. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back with another video very soon, all right? Peace out, guys.